Hello and welcome to ColmAhern's YouTube channel. I am ColmAhern. This is my YouTube channel where I'll be posting videos and doing live streams, mainly about video games, I suppose, because that's what I've done before. So if you like those things, click the subscribe button and then the bell button afterwards, and then you'll know when new videos appear. Now, I could, and I was going to, in all honesty, kick off this YouTube channel by telling you about my game of the year for 2019. Hypnospace Outlaw, if you'd like to know. But that's old hat at this stage. It's 2020 now, we're into January, we're thinking about what games are coming out, not what games have come out. So with that in mind, I'm going to let you know right now what everyone's going to be raving about come December. Yes, I already know what is going to be Game of the Year 2020. It's going to be a huge 12 months in video games. Microsoft and Sony have new toys that they want to show off, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, and they can't wait for you to spend your hard-earned cash on them. Everyone's excited, of course we are. We're all looking forward to shorter loading times, oodles of teraflops, Knack 3, the lot, the beginning of the 9th generation. Well, the 9th generation of consoles doesn't actually begin with Microsoft's GameCube or Sony's Rectangle Fun. No, the new hardware will just be joining Nintendo in the current generation. Because since 2017, the Kyoto-based company has been blazing a trail with the Switch, and as of October 2019, they've shifted over 41 million hybrid handhelds. A hefty number, but one that both 2020 consoles can beat, and they'll need to if my theory is to hold any weight. Let me explain. In order to figure out 2020's Game of the Year, I first had to identify the top 2 selling systems in each console generation. After that, I verified the launch dates of both. Those that came out in the same 12-month period were of use to me, the others weren't. Because what I needed to find out was what game was deemed the best of the best in the years the top 2 consoles of a generation were released. So, for the purposes of this argument, the Xbox Series and the PlayStation 5 will sell more than the Switch. Look, it's not a complete science, but it's the best we have, alright? So it's happened twice before, in the previous 2 generations in fact. In 2013, the PlayStation 3 and Xbox One were released and sold more than the Wii U. And in 2006, the Wii and PS3 launched, while the Xbox 360, which came out the year prior anyway, took 3rd place in worldwide sales. Now, rather than use one outlet or even the Keeleys as an authority, I knew I had to get the Game of the Year. So I looked at every outlet that awarded a GOTY award in both 2006 and 2013. I totted up the numbers and I came out with 2 conclusive winners. 2006 was a proper contest. Okami and Oblivion were both individually recognised as the best twice, and the original Gears of War and the 12th Final Fantasy picked up 3 awards each. But the true Game of the Year was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. 2013, even with the release of a GTA game, was most definitely Naughty Dog's, as The Last of Us dominated the end-of-year awards. Now, I know you're sitting there and you're probably thinking, that tells us nothing, you big shit. Well, in fact it does, you bastard, I say. It tells us everything we need to know in order to predict 2020's Game of the Year. Of course, Twilight Princess and The Last of Us have a number of differences. Zelda is single player only, whilst The Last of Us allows you to shoot your friends in the face in multiplayer mode. You read the script when it comes to Link's interactions, but the PlayStation exclusive has Renee from 24. Twilight Princess is open world, whereas Uncharted's successor is linear. One was the 14th game in a beloved franchise, the other was the start of a beloved franchise, and Zelda has brilliant snowboarding, whilst The Last of Us has fucking shite water puzzles involving a pallet. The commonalities, however, they tell us everything we need to know in order to determine this year's standout title. Both were the last major first-party games on each manufacturer's previous gen system. I say major because Wonderbook, yeah, I know, and Puppeteer, which was alright actually, did come to PS3 after The Last of Us. Both have stories to tell and combat for you to engage with. There are different gadgets you can use as well in the 2 games, whether you craft them or not, and you view the action in 3rd person. And on top of that, there are supernatural otherworldly elements in the 2 games. One has zombies that come from mushrooms or whatever, and you're a werewolf thing. in the other one. Both also ended up on the new systems, Zelda at launch, basically in and around, and The Last of Us a year after its initial release. Now that's a difficult thing to determine when it comes to some of the games I'll be talking about today, but it's definitely something to consider. So all I need to do is find a video game that's coming out this calendar year that does all of those things. Easy-ish, sort of. It's not really, actually. Looking at Microsoft's first-party slate for Xbox One, we've got a hotly anticipated sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest in Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the first in the series for 14 years, is also coming out. And a teeny tiny game called Halo Infinite. That's there as well. Meanwhile, Sony's bolstering the PS4 library with things like Ghost of Tsushima, which is the latest game from infamous developer Sucker Punch. Predator Hunting Grounds. Yep. And a teeny tiny game called The Last of Us Part 2. We're going to cut that list in half straight away. Ori doesn't make it past judges' houses because it's not quite as large scale as either Twilight Princess or The Last of Us. We're going to knock the other two in the head because, well, come on, let's be realistic here. So we've got 3 contenders for 2020 Game of the Year. So first, let's look at the one that will go on forever, Halo Infinite. Even more so than Zelda is Nintendo, Halo is fucking Xbox. And like Twilight Princess, Infinite will be released on the old and new systems in the same year. Combat? Check. Story? Check. And while it's most certainly going to have you playing in first person rather than third person, it's definitely going to be replete with gizmos and otherworldly aspects. It's Halo. Aliens and shit. The Last of Us Part 2. I don't know why I've started that. I'm not gonna do it for the last one. Well, it's the sequel to 2013's Game of the Year, you know? So everything that had, this is going to have, but more. More zombies, more story, more third persons. At this point, however, we don't know if it will make the jump to PS5. Nothing's been confirmed there. I mean, why would they confirm it? They'd be losing out on sales for the PS4 version. And look, I know there probably will be a remastered version for PlayStation 5 eventually, but we can't go on rumour or speculation here, alright? Everything needs to be exact. This is important. Ghost of Tsushima is the more unknown quantity, and maybe the more interesting because of that. We do know certain things though. It plays out in the right viewpoint, for example. There's some suitably bloody swordplay, and it looks to be story heavy. The protagonist even has a grappling hook, and that is definitely a gadget. Supernatural stuff? Well, what's the name of the game? Exactly. But like The Last of Us Part 2, we don't know if this will come to PlayStation 5. Again, they'd be cannibalizing sales and whatnot for the PS4. Huh. Like that delightful comedy drama starring George Clooney and Anna Kendrick from 2009, the result is a bit up in the air. If I said any of these 3 were to be 2020's Game of the Year, well, that would be misleading. Fuck. It's not a great first video to put out where the title of the video, and you know, you watch the video, you don't get an answer. That's what you're here for. Time to change tact. 2006's Game of the Year, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, has 32 letters in its name. 2013's Game of the Year, The Last of Us, has 11 letters in its name. Add those up, divide by 2 to get the average, and that's 21.5 letters. We can round that up to 22 because half letters don't exist in the English language yet. Halo Infinite, 12 letters. See ya. Ghost of Tsushima, 15 letters. Good luck and thanks. The Last of Us Part 2. Fuck it, 17 letters. 16 if you say the II is Roman numeral, which it is. But I letters, yeah. Motherfucker. Again. Hang on a second. Those 3 games I discounted at the start. Microsoft Flight Simulator, 24 letters. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, 23 letters. Predator Hunting Grounds, 22 letters. Yes, you beauty. The system works. 2020's Game of the Year will, without a shadow of a doubt, be Predator Hunting Grounds. Bingo bango, job's a good one. Congratulations to all at Sony and Iphonic. Iphonic, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's one of those with 3 I's at the start. silly one. Either way, get the Prosecco flowing, gang. Right, I have about 20 seconds to say things, so I better do that quickly, and this is wasted time. Subscribe and click the bell as well. You'll be notified when I upload future videos, probably video games related. I don't know, do you like wrestling or football or something? Maybe I do that. Probably video games in all honesty. But yeah, do that, and thanks very much for watching. You're a star.